Hello there, welcome to phishing tutorial. Today we are going to discuss phishing techniques, and practical ways of doing it. So, what is phishing? Here you can find the definition for phishing. In general sense, we can say that phishing is a way to steal user-sensitive information like login credentials, credit card numbers, etc. by diverting the users to phishing websites. So let's go and discuss the types of phishing. Clone phishing. Clone phishing is a technique wherein the attacker sends an email that looks similar to the original version of an email that the victim might have received in the past. So everything looks genuine here, except some of the links provided in the email are malicious. The second technique is spear phishing. Here, the attacker tries to send spam emails to a group of people who belong to the same company or organization. Next technique is website forgery. It is one of the advanced techniques wherein the attacker uses some kind of JavaScript to manipulate the URL that is visible to the victim who visits a phishing website. Now let's go and see what filter evasion is. Filter evasion is a technique wherein the attacker tries to evade the text filters which can easily detect malware programs inside text documents. This is made possible by incorporating malicious programs inside an image. Now let's discuss one of the dangerous phishing technique, evil twins. In this technique, the attacker provides free Wi-Fi network in public places. Whenever users try to connect to this Wi-Fi network, their activity can be monitored by the attacker. Tab nabbing makes use of multi-tab feature available in web browsers. So there might be a secret tab open and listening to your activity whenever you visit a phishing website. Now let us have a look at some statistics related to spear phishing. This picture shows spear phishing attacks in small, medium and large scale organizations. So from the past 5 year statistics, we can clearly observe that there is an increasing trend in a spear phishing attack related to small scale organizations. Hashmail, a provider of secure email services, was also attacked with phoning. Through inappropriate communications with the domain registrar, the attacker was able to redirect users to a defaced web page. This happened in 2005. Another phishing scam is related to target shoppers. An email containing malware was sent to a refrigeration vendor, a supply for Target store 2 months prior to the credit card breach. This malware installed on the vendor machine is estimated to be the citadel for the entire attack. In this attack, 40 million Target credit cards have been stolen by accessing data on the point of sale system. Now let us discuss how to do phishing using email spoofing and web spoofing. Here, I'm going to spam an username Jack. Remember, you can always get anyone's email ID from social networking sites like LinkedIn or by social engineering. Simple mail transfer protocol permits any computer to send email claiming to be from any source address. It makes it easy for spammers to hide their identity in order to avoid any criminal charges. From the send email enabled Unix system, one line of command is all you need to send a spoofed email that appears to be from Chase Bank. So here is my command. So this will be the email ID of the victim, and I am sending the email from address will be no reply at the rate of cheesebank.com, and the body of the email will be in email.html file. I will show this file later. So I have just sent the email, refresh it, you can see a new email in the inbox. So here is my email. So let us see the time. It has arrived just now. Let me open the email first. Now have a look at the from address in the email. It is from no reply at cheesebank.com as given by us. And let me drag down here. Here is the body of the email which is coming from the file email.html, which I'm going to show you later. And the user, if he clicks click to confirm your account, he will be redirected to a fake website. You can clearly see that it is not a genuine bank website here. The users who haven't noticed this URL might give in their credentials to try to log into their account, and they even don't know that their password is being hacked. You can still see that we are in the fake website here, and once the user clicks here, he will be redirected to the genuine bank website. and let me show you the place where this victim's credentials are stored. I'm going to my SQL database here, and the database where these credentials are stored is called user info. I'm selecting the database, and I'm going to select a table called user log where these credentials are stored. Select star from user log and hit enter. There you go. Username of the victim is invincible hackers, and password is password. Countermeasures for email spoofing. Sender Policy Framework or SPF is a simple email validation system designed to detect email spoofing. SPF allows the owner of the domain to specify a list of IP addresses in domain DNS zone so that those systems are allowed to send email from the domain only. In this, receiver server queries DNS to check whether the message comes from one of those whitelisted addresses or not. Another way to authenticate the email is by sending digital signature along with the message. This is done by using DKIM framework or Domain Key Identified Mail. In DKIM, the public key of the domain is retrieved and checked whether the email came from genuine domain or not. Nowadays, most of the email receiving servers are using DMARC framework. It uses both SPF and DKIM protocols. Adding a reporting function, DMARC helps to improve and monitor protection of the domain from fraudulent emails. You can always spoof any website's HTML code by just right clicking and view page source and just copy the HTML code of any website. You can easily spoof any website using this. Copy it, and you can come back and paste it in index.html file so that you will be able to spoof the website successfully. In order to prevent these kind of scams, most popular banks implement a method called visual cryptography. Here, when the user tries to log in by giving his user ID, they will be redirected to a page where they will be shown a picture and an attached text. These are sent by the user while activating his account. They help the user to identify whether the site is genuine or not at the time of logging in. The users have also to be careful to check whether the sites are HTTPS or not when they are giving their sensitive information. Now let us see how to do phishing by installing a malware in the victim system. In order to create attacker victim environment, I am using virtual machines. I am specifically using Kali operating system as Kali is specifically for hackers and it comes with Metasploit framework. In Metasploit framework, there is an exploit called Adobe utilprintf. This exploit takes advantage of a vulnerability available in Adobe 8.1 version. That is, whenever Adobe Reader tries to execute this function, it will create a Stack Overflow attack. And this is what we are going to do exactly in the victim system. We are going to generate this function now. I'm copying this command here and I'm going to paste it in my MSF console. So for time being, I have copied all my commands in a notepad. Let me define a PDF statement here. So my PDF name is statement.pdf, and this is the PDF which I'm going to send to the victim. I have also defined a payload for metadata session, and next I'm going to define my localhost and local port so that all these four details, that is bank statement, my payload, my localhost and local port, all these four things will be included in the PDF. Now I'm exploiting, and you can see the path where the PDF is stored here. We can send this, we can go to this path and we can attach this document in an email and send it to the victim. Now I am keeping my server in listening mode. Same, we are using the same communication, sorry, I'm using the same payload here so the communication happens properly. Localhost and local port, everything as in the PDF document. Okay. So finally, before exporting, the last command here, setting local port 4455. Now let us exploit. As soon as we hit exploit, the server is in listening mode now. And now let me send an email to the victim. This is the email box of the victim. There are no items in the inbox currently, and the email ID of the victim is jack@midtermproject.bugsty.com. Now let us send an email to the victim machine. I have already a command in the notepad on how to send an email. You can see that the victim email address here in the command, and an attachment is available here, bank statement.pdf. Let me copy it and paste it in here. Enter. As soon as I hit enter, the email will be sent to the victim machine. Let us open the victim email box and see whether we received it or not. There is a new item in the inbox. Let us open it. It's from Cheese Bank and the subject is bank statement. Yes, here the from address is e-statement@cheesebank.com and it appears to be genuine. Let me go down to the body of the email. Here you can see how tricky the attacker is. He's suggesting the user to install Adobe Reader so that he can take advantage of the vulnerability of Adobe Reader. So let me go down and see whether I got an attachment here or not. This is the attachment which has malware inside it. Whenever the user tries to download it, it will install a malware in his system. So with this we can gain backdoor access to the victim machine. So Adobe Reader 8.1 version which has vulnerability. Okay, the download has just started now, and as soon as it is finished, the PDF document is getting opened, bank statement.pdf. So it will show nothing as I have no content in my PDF document, only the background program here. And let us see we will get access or not. Sending stage and MetaRepeater session open. There we go, we got access to the victim machine. Let me give sysinfo and see whether we are in the victim machine or not. Yes, Windows XP, that's the victim machine. Now I'm trying to install a keylogger in the victim machine. I'm just copying the command here and pasting it. Now the keylogger session is ready and it is listening now. It's recording keystrokes. The user gets baffled whenever he finds an attachment like this. He might open his bank account to check the statement whether it's there or not. Typing www.pnc.com, and after that he might even enter his credentials. All these keystrokes are getting recorded in our session as we have installed a keystroke recorder inside the victim machine. I'm just giving some random input here. That's enough of it. Let me stop the keystroke recording session here, and as soon as I stop it, it will save all the last few keystrokes and our file will be saved in a path that is available here. So let me go to the path here and see its contents. There you go, www.pnc.com, enter and username. Let me show another interesting thing now. As we got the access of the victim machine, we can do whatever we want in the system. So here I am going to change the contents of a file called host. To do that, I am going to this path in which the file is present and I am trying to open that file. It is named host in edit mode. So what this host file actually is, it acts as a local DNS. That is, if we change its contents, suppose we have the contents here, that is we have www.apple.com and a related IP address. So when the victim tries to access apple.com from his machine, he will be redirected to that respective IP address. I'm manipulating this victim to be redirected to my website whenever he gives apple.com. So I'm inputting my IP address here instead of genuine Apple IP address. I got my IP address using NSLOOKUP in my machine. Now our file is ready with all the modifications that are necessary. Let me save my file now. So done. Let us try to give apple.com in the victim machine and see whether he will be redirected to my personal web page or not. There you go. www.apple.com led to my personal website but not the genuine Apple website. And finally, be cautious and play safe.